In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a NATO strap onto your watch. Now, I've bought this NATO strap from WatchGecko. They're a British company and it is made to the original 1970s Ministry of Defence NATO strap regulations. This one I've chosen, they've called the Vintage Bond. It's called the Bond because this strap has become synonymous with James Bond, and they've gone to vintage because this is the very dark navy blue, red and olive green stripe, which was the original issue colors. In this video, I'm going to show you the original and you could say correct way of installing this strap. It's not the only way, there's various other ways, but this is how it was intended to be used by the military. As you can clearly see, it has two sections to it, which might seem a little confusing at first, but as soon as you see it put on the watch, everything makes sense, and it's actually the simplest watch strap you could ever install. I'm going to install it on this Tandorio diver's watch, which at the moment has a rubber strap that I'm not really that keen on, but I do need it to have an extremely rugged and hard-wearing strap, because that's the point of a diver's watch. I'm going to use this super simple spring bar removal tool that you can buy for maybe $5 on Amazon, and I'll make sure I put a link in the description for that. Now, removing a strap can be a little bit fiddly, especially when the strap goes right to the edges like this one. Some watches have a hole so you can push the pin from the outside like this one, and others do not. The ones that do not, you need to slide the tool's forked end between the strap and push it in. Both, of course, work. Both can be a bit fiddly, but just persevere and you will get it to pop out. You'll probably need to push it from both sides, one and then the other, and then it should, with any luck, I need to try that again. It should, with any luck, just pop out. There we go. I'm doing this in real time so you can see exactly how long it should take to get out. I'm going to retain this spring bar because I'm going to use it straight away to hold the new strap on. As you can see, it couldn't be simpler. It's literally just a spring on the inside and the two sides push out. I'll now remove the strap from the bottom. Again, pushing it in from both sides in exactly the same way. And once you've done it, it should pop out as easy as anything. There we go. And again, I'll say it, make sure you don't lose that spring bar because you're going to need it again in a second. Putting the spring bar back in is extremely easy, but can be a little bit fiddly. I like to use my fingernail and then I just line it up with the hole. If you don't have strong fingernails, you could use, again, the little fork tool on the end just to push it back in. But assuming you've got strong fingernails, that is the easier way of doing it. As you can see, I'm doing this in real time, so you see that it is literally just a few seconds done. If you're going to do this to your £100,000 solid gold Rolex, get a jeweler to do it. But if it's just a cheaply priced rugged dive watch like this, definitely do it yourself. The next thing to do is work out which way you want the strap orientated on your wrist. I know that the buckle on a watch strap is usually the way to make it easiest for you to undo and do up, but personally I actually like the watch strap to be upside down on my wrist so that the bulky part faces inwards rather than outwards. But that is just my personal taste. I'm not saying it's in any way better than doing it the other way. So now simply thread the top part of the nylon strap through the two spring bars. It really is that easy. You might be wondering what you do with the other bit. Well, you slide it through there as well. So you've actually got two bits of the strap underneath your watch. And that is what makes the NATO strap great, because that is incredibly strong. To be honest, you'd probably break your wrist before you broke this watch strap. Then you can, of course, just put it on your wrist. The idea of a NATO strap is it's so long it can go over the outside of your battle dress or your flight suit. So you can actually put it through and then push your wrist through the strap without it needing to come completely undone, which makes life a lot easier. Do up the buckle, and then you've got quite a lot of excess material. And some people like to cut this off, but for me, I find that takes away the point of a NATO strap because, as I said, it's supposed to be long enough to go over your battle dress. So I would say the best thing to do is just fold it back on itself and then it will sit flat. Now, this is, as I mentioned before, the, you might say, correct way of doing it because the bulky part of the strap is to the outside. But personally, I prefer to have that orientated towards the inside. I'm not going to claim this is some sort of revolutionary idea that I've had, but to me, it just seems a little bit neater and easier rather than having it on that side. I can have it just here. You can poke it through. And if you've got quite a small wrist like me, you can actually poke that little end bit back through again if you prefer to have all of the ends neatly stored away. But it's very strong on your wrist. It's not going to go anywhere. Here you can clearly see what I mean where I've done that triple fold, which I think is very neat. I'm happy for this to be a bulky strap because that's the point. It's rugged, it's military, it's tough. I hope you found that useful. Now, I'm more than happy to go swimming with this, go in the sea with this, because I know it's going to last. If you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe to my channel and subscribe to the watch review section. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.